welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda. Today I want to talk about some things that some of you new gardeners may be interested in. Some of the things that I had been doing that I had not shown recently in some of my videos about things that I have been doing in my garden, and it may have been before you started viewing my channel. Well, one of the things that I love to do is I love to collect my herbs out of my garden. When I collect my herbs, what I like to do is go out to my garden, harvest my herbs, put them in these brown paper bags, and when I put them in the brown paper bags, I'll allow them to dry. What I've been drying them in, y'all, is one of these big pots. I put them in this pot, put all those paper bags in the pot, and I put them in there and let them dry. And they dry very good like that. And what I do, once they are all dry, I pour them out. This is some mullein, and I pour the herbs out, and then if they're needed to be crushed, I'll crush them. Sometimes they need to be crushed, sometimes they do not. And then I will put them in a jar, and I will put a label on them. And these little jars came from the Dollar Tree. They are very inexpensive, for $1.25 each. And so if you are looking for something to put some herbs in, these are excellent. They also have some other sizes, some larger sizes that you may, if you have more herbs. This is some orange mint right here, y'all, and this stuff smells so good. And I'm going to be making me some orange mint tea with this later. But I also wanted to show you all my label maker. It connects to your phone. Download the app. And once you have the app downloaded, this is what the app will look like on your phone. After you download the app, you connect it to your phone. Once it is connected, it will let you know that it is connected, and then you want to create a label. But it is called Maker ID. So once you hit that you want to make a label, then you choose the size label that you want, the size of the print of your label. And once you choose your size, you hit select. And then you can go ahead and put in whatever you want. And what did I say this is? This is mullein. And so I'm just going to type in mullein. And they have some different stickers of, you know, how you can get it, templates that you can use. I'm just going to use a regular template. And I am going to choose the text. I'm going to type in mullein. And I'll hit print. And it has printed my label, and I just push the top, and my label has been printed. And I can just peel it off, peel my label. It has a paper back, and stick it on my jar. Okay, so now I have my jar ready for my mullein. I'm just gonna put this mullein in here in the big leaves like this. And seal my lid. I also wanted to share with some of my new gardeners about making extracts. And I have been making extracts for a few years now. And what I do is I make sure that I have some vodka. Now this is already brown because I already have my vanilla bean in here. And vanilla bean can be purchased online. You may be able, where you live, find it at one of your stores. But I purchased mine online, and I put the vanilla bean in 80 proof vodka. This has been sitting for about a year. And so I had some already because I keep some made. And you can use vodka, you can use other alcohols, but you want to make sure that they are 80 proof. And I like to experiment with different ones. So I have some that I made, and these are a year old also. And this is a aged dark rum. This one too is also about a year old, and it is a bourbon whiskey. And I'm just experimenting with these vanilla extracts that are all delicious because I've tasted them all. And I have been using my vanilla extracts regularly. This is what I keep my extracts in that I'm using in the kitchen. And right now I just need to fill my bottle because you want to make sure that your vanilla beans are always covered with your alcohol. So what I'll do is I'll take a funnel and put it into my bottle. And I have been shaking this up regularly. Every now and then you want to go ahead and open your pantry. That's where I keep mine, in the pantry. Open your pantry and give your vanilla extracts a nice shake to make sure that they are staying mixed, and to check on them to make sure that your vanilla beans are, this is on the way. I don't want to lose any of my, you want to make sure that you are keeping your vanilla beans moist. And so now I have a new bottle of vanilla that I'm going to be keeping in the kitchen, and we're going to be using some of this today because we're going to be cooking in the kitchen today. But vanilla is not the only extract that you can make. You can make lemon extract, you can make orange extract. I have some over here that I made, and this probably has been made about 6 months, and this is some almond extract. And you just take some almonds, put them in the vodka, 80 proof, make sure it's at least 80 proof, and then you cover them with the vodka and put it in a jar, or you can put it in a bottle if you want to take time to push all those almonds down inside your bottle. But I did not want to do that, so I just poured them into this mason jar, and then I put a coffee filter on top and then screw my lid on. And then I shake these. What I do, I take my coffee filter off, put the lid on, and give it a shake, turn it upside down. I'm not going to do it now because coffee filter will get all wet, but that is what I'm doing. And then I just put a label on here to make sure that I know what this is. Also, it will keep you from having to go to the store and purchase those extracts because they can be very expensive, and these are more delicious to me. So now I'm going to show you all how my LetPot is doing. Okay, you all, so this is my LetPot, and it is growing beautifully right now. I am enjoying it so much. It is making me really want to have more of these and have one that is larger so I can have more vegetables growing in my house. Right now, this is what I have. This is echinacea right here. This is the first time that I have been able to successfully get a good germination with my echinacea, and I'm so excited about that. And right next to the echinacea is a toothache plant. This is another one of my herbs. Echinacea is also a herb. It is also medicinal, and the toothache plant is a very valuable, very, very good medicinal plant. Has a lot of uses. Find the uses online, or if you would like to, you could get you a book of herbal medicine, and these books will give you a lot of information, tell you about the natural remedies for health and wellness that you can use your herb for. This plant next to it is a tomato plant, and it is about to produce some flowers. If you can see here that there are flowers about to grow on there, and this is the Tom Thumb tomato. Next to that tomato plant is another tomato. Let's see. Okay, wait. That is not Tom Thumb tomato next. This is a tomato right here. I think that is the Tom Thumb tomato right here. And then the next hole is where I am keeping my EC meter. And the EC meter is what lets me know if my water temperature and my nutrients are up to par. And the way that you can tell is it will be reading green, and right now it is reading green. So that is letting me know that everything is fine with my LetPot. And I have broken my valerian plant. This is a valerian plant right here, and I have broken it. It is huge. I really am going to be having to up-pot this plant out of this, or I'm going to have to try to stake it up because it has gotten too big for this container. So I will be probably up-potting this valerian. And that is what this is. It is a herb. And learning about these herbs, y'all, there is so much to learn about these herbs because some of these herbs I just recently found out are not to be used the first year that they are grown. They need to, some of them needs to be more effective, they will need to be used the second year. So that is something that I have learned and working with my herbs. The plant next to it is a feverfew. Feverfew is one of those plants also that works better that second year. So I will be waiting. Really, I think what I'll be doing, instead of up potting these plants, I'm just going to try to let these plants hang on until spring, and then I will go ahead and take them out into the garden and plant them in the spring. So the next plant is a tomato plant. And this may be either the tiny Tim or the, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which. I think this is also, I think, a tiny Tim tomato. This is one that I had planted before I planted that one, the small one right here. And then I have some basil right back here at the back, and it is looking so good. It is very delicious, and it is a beautiful plant. And I am going to have to be removing this one also. So these plants are going to hold on hopefully until spring, and then once our last frost has passed, then they'll be going out into the garden. And this last one over here is one I wasn't sure about planting in here, but it did germinate, and this is a leek. And so I'm excited about the way that these plants are growing. I'm happy about them. It has made me really excited about growing my plants hydroponically. So this is something that if you are a new gardener and you are interested in and you want to go ahead and get started before the last frost date, then you can go ahead and you can start hydroponically and grow some plants inside. Okay, you all, I have all my stuff laid out for my banana bread that I'm about to bake. I'm going to be making 2 pans of banana bread. Okay, first thing I want to do is go ahead and get my pans buttered, and I'm going to be using a tablespoon of butter in each of my pans, and I'm just going to put the butter in, and I am going to put these pans into the oven with the butter in it while I mix up the ingredients, and I just want to get my butter melted in my pans. Make sure you don't let your butter burn. And I'm going to be using 6 bananas in this recipe. And you want to get the bananas that have gotten speckled and gotten very ripe. They could be much riper than this, but this is what I was able to get at the store today. And go to the bananas that have been marked down, and you'll be able to find some ripe bananas. That is a good thing to use your marked down ripe bananas for. Doesn't matter if they have a little bit of that brown on them, because that means that they're very sweet. Okay, so that is 3, 4, 5. And see, when those bananas start getting that brown on them, those bananas are very good for making your banana bread. So you want to mash these up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mash them with in my stand mixer. Just get them mashed up good. And now you want to start adding in your other wet ingredients. And you want to start with the 1/2 cup of melted butter. One-half cup is going to be 1 stick of melted butter. 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. You're going to add 1 cup of white sugar and a cup of brown sugar. And remember, if you don't have brown sugar, but you have white sugar and molasses, you can mix those up in your blender and you'll have brown sugar. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and give those a little mix. Wet ingredients mixed all together, and then add your dry ingredients at the end. So we got another wet ingredient, and that is our vanilla extract. So we're going to use about 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And we're going to crack 2 eggs. Be sure to always crack your eggs separately. And look at them. These eggs came from our chickens. So I'm going to give this egg a beat, and I'm going to put it in. And then I'm going to crack my other egg. Because you don't want to have any mishaps with your eggs. Putting 2 eggs in there and then 1 egg was bad. And you can't use it, and then you got them already beat together. And then you got to pour them out. So got our 2 eggs in. Vanilla extract is in. So we're going to go ahead and beat this. And then we're going to be ready to put our flour. We're going to use baking soda and salt. Okay, so we got all those ingredients mixed in really good. Now we're going to add 3 cups of flour. That's 1, 2, 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And you want to go ahead and get these ingredients mixed in, but you do not want to over mix your batter. It's very important that you don't over mix your batter. I'm going to chop up 1 cup of pecans, and the pecans, this is optional, because it is delicious either way. And some people prefer, some might prefer it without the pecans. I prefer it with the pecans. You could also do this recipe and use it for your muffin. It doesn't have to be in your loaf pan. You could use your muffin pan for this. And have some, and put your papers in there and have some muffins for your breakfast. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in my cup. Get those mixed in. Give it a quick mix. Remember, you don't want to over mix it. And now I'm going to go ahead and take this out, and I'm going to finish mixing it with my spatula and pour it into my pans. And not over mixing it just will help you to keep your batter from getting tough. And you have a nice, moist, soft banana bread. I got my pans right here that I have my melted butter in. And I just want to get all of this mixed in, get it stirred in. Just kind of making sure all those ingredients are folded together really nicely. Careful not to over mix. And now you want to put this into your loaf pans or into your muffin pans. You can use parchment. I'm not going to. Get it evenly distributed as you can, and then put it into a 325-degree oven for 1 hour. Okay, so we got our pans filled with our banana nut bread, and we're going to take it to the oven, 325 for 1 hour. Okay, you all, the banana bread is out of the oven. It looks very good. And you all be sure to test it before you take it out. Make sure that a toothpick inserted in comes out clean, because ovens can vary, and so you can be around an hour. Mine took an hour and like about 4 minutes. So be sure to, do your toothpick test to make sure that it is ready to come out of the oven. And remember that sometimes your cakes and your breads can, they still will be kind of cooking while they are, coming back to temperature. And that is why it's important to let them cool. This one just came out of the oven. I do want to see if I can get it to come on out, and I can sit it on the counter, on this rack, and let it cool. Sometimes, okay, ooh, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sit it on the rack, and I'm gonna let it cool. But I think I would like to try to go ahead and slice. It's hot, but it's not so bad. I would like to go ahead and slice one and taste it. So I got a serrated knife here that I'm going to use. Okay, and let you all see what it looks like inside. Wow. Yeah, it's hot. Now I got some butter back here. I could put that butter on there, but not right now. I think I'm just going to go ahead and taste it just like this. I like to put that butter, that melted butter in the pan. Get that little crunch. This will be, like I told you, delicious as a muffin. But y'all, it is so delicious like this. I might go ahead and put a little bit of butter on here, but y'all, it don't need anything. It is so delicious. It is hot, but it is so delicious. And I just want to just enjoy it. And I hope that you all try this recipe and that you'll be able to enjoy it too. And that you'll give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already subscribed. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Delicious.